said this before and I'll say it again. The most draining thing ever. The constant, unnecessary George and Cindy scenes. Either put them together and get it over and done with. If not, stop wasting everyone's time. This is becoming so fucking annoying, and it's been 6 to 7 months since Cindy's arrived. Cindy constantly finding excuses and reasons to be around George. Yes, they have kids together. Of course they have to be parents to Gina and Anna. Also, not saying they can't exchange pleasantries as they live literally across the road from each other. But fuck! Is her name Rose Knight? Yes, that was her fake name. Is it Cindy Knight? Cindy Williams? Or is it Cindy Beale? Yeah. Sorry. They chose to continue naming her Cindy Beale. That has to mean something. Once Cindy Beale is her name, she often calls herself as Miss Ian Beale. This isn't doing anyone any favours. Ian has already shown zero tolerance to Cindy constantly being around George. If Cindy fucks Ian over again, that's it. There's more to lose. Peter, no, there's more. Peter, Gina and Anna won't be happy about this. Neither will Ian and Elaine. George will get kicked out of the Vic, and Cindy will get kicked out of the Beale's house. And you risk everyone hating on her, especially people like Kathy, who will just be proven right about Cindy once again. Cindy constantly cheated on Ian 25 years ago and tried to have him killed. She should be grateful that he even bothered with her again. Now Ian, unlike 30 years ago, is actually being a perfect partner to Cindy. And actually putting her first and being there for her, and she's still looking elsewhere and cheated on him with George. 25 years later, and you're making Cindy look bad. 25 years is a long time, and you can't be the same person nearly 30 years later. This is just pathetic writing. Chris Glenshaw needs to stop this. Fuck me. That's a hell of a response. First and foremost, Ian's nobody's ideal husband. Don't fucking act like he is. He's
what?
Ian is nobody's ideal husband. Ian is a whiny, grumpy old man. And I like the constant flirting dynamic between Cindy and George. It's fucking fantastic. Simply because they have really good chemistry. And they do genuinely feel like they were married for a period of time. Like, they have that history there. And fucking...
What about Denise and Ian?
Leave it out. But I don't think that, like... It's they have to be connected in some way, and it's a way to bind the families together. But you're always gonna need that fucking back and forth, because it's really fucking interesting. Because, look, it's been made pretty fucking obvious, Cindy still loves George. If Cindy could have never left, like in 2015, if she could have never have left, she would probably be happy with George to this day and never would have come back to the square. Obviously, we're working in ifs and buts. There's no absolutes here. But fucking, from what we can gauge with the character, she'd be happily with George still. And like Cindy and Ian aren't married, you know. But it's not also not to condone like the cheating aspect. But like, you know what? you know who's still the same? My fucking uncle, who I've known for the last 20 years of my life. The exact same person does the exact same things, has the same fucking routines. Exactly the same person. Like, Cindy's a very defined character. And she fucking, like, I don't know. Right? What do you reckon about this fucking comment, Piggy?
Just an angry stan or fan. Because we all know, I brought it up with wrestling the other day or last week, with The Rock and shit. It's just fans want an ending and they want it now. And it's like, no, you have to wait. It's like Cody will finish his story. Just wait. Cindy and Ian will not last. Just wait until Jane comes back. Because Ian's not getting with her lane. Cindy and George might be a thing. It might not be. Just let it ride. I understand for things like Nish and Kat. It's like, yeah. But for this,
no, sorry.
But for this, I understand. But at the same point, you're just diving too deep into the water, and the water's shallow. So you're diving deep into it, but it's just a shallow. I think shallow's the right word.
Yes.
Like, it's not deep water, basically.
I'm just waiting.
You're just swimming around in the safest swimming pool ever.
Well, funny you'd say this is this account is also the person who wrote this EastEnders post is also a wrestling stan and has been tweeting about and has been redditing about the Cody and the
please tell me. I sorry to detract this, lads, but I need to know.
No, that's all you're getting. It's more funny that way.
Damn it. Why did I open my mouth?
But I get the obvious back and forth teasing. You know, it does get annoying. It does fucking grate on people. But you know what also had this, and people still love it? Ben and Callum. Even Suki. all of the stan relationships, it's never as simple. And why have they not gotten together? Because they've got so much to lose. Like, yeah, sure, maybe you have fantasies about how you want to seduce, I don't know, like a porn star or something. You know, you have all these fantasies, but if you ever got to do it, you're gonna get in that room and fucking blow your beans in 3 seconds, and it's just gonna be shit, isn't it? It's just gonna be shit. It's just gonna be like, oh well, that was great. You know, the fantasies are more exciting than actually doing it. Because if George and Cindy get together, they got to move out the... Cindy has to move out the fucking Beals. George has to move out the Vic. Or Elaine has to move out the Vic. Or Linda. I don't know. Like, there's so much upheaval if they actually were to get together. So yeah, sure, the fantasies about what they used to have. And what they could probably have. But... they're not fucking 18 years old. It's not like, well, I've got a toothpick and 200 quid to my name. Guess we'll just fucking get together then. There's kids, there's family, there's fucking so much that you can't just go, oh, I'm not happy, fuck you. My pub.
What Ash failed to mention something about Callum and Ben, even Suki, they're gay. So they get a pass because we love the gays. To quote the stands, we do love the gays here as well. But
I say that like fucking 3 times a week. Just that's my line. That's fucking my line.
And Steve, that's my line.
We do love the gays. It was like last week where I was complaining because Neighbours killed off another gay couple again. So, can they stop dying, please? Can we just get a couple of years of nice fucking happy relationships, not misery and trauma, please? No, we can't.
I feel like, again, to go back to wrestling for a second, I feel like fans will always go back to this kind of thing where they'll be like, you know, like how Daniel Bryan had to win the fans over to the main event WrestleMania, basically. I feel like couples have to win over fans to get a ship behind them, because no one's shipping fucking Alfie and like Elaine, for instance. I know that's a weird example, But like there will be a couple that will come on screen and fans like, holy shit, Chris Crenshaw, ship these fuckers, ship them, ship them, ship
Yeah,
them.
and usually the show manages to kind of get these alongside because it's this big love story. But they're also, I can't imagine there being any Ian and Cindy stats. But I don't know. I've not had an issue with what Cindy's done since I've not had an issue with Cindy Ori and what they've done since they came back. They've had quite a good comeback, in my opinion. You know, they had the cool fucking episode in France. Peter's back. You know, now Lauren's back with Louis. Like, there's a lot of cool family aspects to it. The constant dynamic of Cindy and Bobby, and now Cindy and Bobby and Anna, as those two are a couple. Like, there's a lot of really interesting family-oriented stuff in here. And I get the idea that, yeah, sure, you don't want to just repeat history, but you do want to see the characters grow. But it is a soap, Cindy. I feel like a part of Cindy's whole character is Ian will never be enough for her, because she always wants something a little bit more exciting. But the main fucking crux of it is Cindy and Ian are fucking perfect for each other. They're the same person. They have the same wants and needs. But ultimately, it's a bit too fucking easy for Cindy. It's a bit too easy to just be like, well, he's not giving me attention. Fuck it. And that's where George is that extra bit where she's like, yeah, but fucking we got kids and we love and I feel like it's less obviously Ian and Cindy's history is a lot deeper and a lot worse, but Cindy's and George's, there's a lot less of the fucking rough edges that we know of. But someone says they haven't had any flirty stuff for a while. No. Since Christmas, they've not really done any of the will they get together, won't they? But it also just kind of comes down to fucking... It just comes down to fucking... It also comes down to people hating Elaine. Because well, I fucking hate Elaine and George deserves better than Elaine. So fuck Elaine. I want him and Cindy better.
But you do know in a minute if Cindy and George become a thing, people will go, this is the worst thing ever. This fucking sucks, lads. It's like, you wanted it, you got it, and now you don't want it. Oh no, he found a gem. He's found a gem.
That's
okay.
Fucking gold.
You can't leave me on a cliff now here.
Someone says, have you ever watched the soap before? ? Grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my alt account. Nah, just kidding. I wish it was. I don't comment on the subreddit anymore. It's always... I only ever comment on the subreddit when people are just like, how can I watch all of EastEnders? Shut up. Shut up.
Oh guys, it's just you sneaking into subreddit, just going, oh guys, have you heard of this Watching Walford channel by this handsome bloke called Ash and this ugly fucker called Piggy? Have you ever watched Watching Walford? They're a great bunch of lads. You should tune in and watch them. And I'm not ambassadoring them, but I'm not the ambassador, but you should just watch them. But yeah. That Ash fella is fucking very handsome. He's very sexy. Yes. I'd want to shag him, but he's asexual. But I respect his pronouns. Really love him. And it's like, okay, are you sure you're not Ash from Watching Walford? I'm sure.
Never me. Never me. Never done that before. Never me. But yeah, interesting take. I think that it's been a good way to establish all of the characters, and I like all of them in their different ways. You're never going to be able to stop the connection between Cindy and George, but ultimately they're at a different point in their lives and they want different things. That's where the intrigue comes in, because Ian does fit what Cindy wants currently. But there is a unprecedented amount of history between Ian and Cindy, which may make the relationship a little bit fucking harder to do. Like how fucking Ian's son killed fucking like Lucy. Like, you know, it's just easier to go to George and be like, well, I did abandon you guys, but at least you didn't murder any of my kids. But yeah, I like Cindy and Ian. I like George and Elaine. I like all of the above. And tell us what you think of it in the comment section down below. We've been watching Walford. I've been Ash, and I've been joined by Piggy.
Okay, now it's time for me to do the outro. Let's go. So we have a wrestling channel, one more match, 182, a review, WWE, ECW, and maybe a 2011 podcast with a good friend of ours, Slater, mine 2049. We also have Kofi, or legally allowed to say coffee. That's my stick. I have to say it. So I know it's going to get sickening of it, but it's my stick. Where you can donate, you can buy me a tropical juice, or you can buy Ash back of the buttons. We have a Patreon and a YouTube membership. They're basically the same thing, except just worded differently. Where you can on Patreon, you can there's 3 tiers you can pledge to each tier. Each tier gives you memberships and early access and stuff like that. YouTube memberships kind of works the same thing, and that's how it rolls. And we also are just a lovely bunch of lads, and we have a Discord, and you can join it and hopefully talk to us, talk to me, talk to Ash, talk to the entire world. And I hope this has been a fun one, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.